Hello and welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree. This video is a reading for the energy of Libra. I am using the Black Tarot by Victoria Iva, Tarot the Abyss by Anna Torian, and this is an oracle deck called Weird Oracle by aka Skyweb, and we will draw an oracle card at the end of the reading. Okay, so I used two decks. This first one I'm going to draw 3 cards. And as I said, this is for the energy of Libra. And by that, I mean we all have Libra in our charts by way of the house system. So you might not have a luminary in the sign of Libra, but you certainly have a house in the sign of Libra. So however you choose to work with this energy is entirely up to you. And I always feel like we can call upon these energies to help us. Libra energy is real harmonious, and they want things to be equal and balanced. And so sometimes we need that energy when working with groups or getting people to work together with one another. And so we can call on that energy and work within that archetype to help bring balance to a situation. All right, that is my last shuffle for you, Libra. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with you. All right, Libra. 3 of Spheres. In this deck, the spheres are pentacles, coins, the earth energy. Here we have the Fool in reverse, Major Arcana, and then we have a King of Swords in reverse as well. Okay, let me just make sure everything is in line here. So 3 of Spheres is usually in indicating a group work and possibly getting people to work together with one another to complete something, to complete a project, getting something started. Now, we do have the Fool and the King of Swords in reverse, and this is air of air energy, this King of Swords. And the Fool, of course, is that card of that carefree, new horizons, very explorative. And so I kind of get the feeling that within this project there might be a situation where you're not able to fully express yourself. You might be feeling a little like your ideas are being scuttled. Is that even a word? Scuttled. It's the bird from Little Mermaid. But your ideas are being muffled, I guess. And you're not really expressing yourself the way that either you would like to or that you're capable of. And so let's go ahead and draw from the Tarot the Abyss. And let's further dive into this message for you, Libra. Now in tropical, I am a Libra rising. Actually, I have about 5 placements in Libra, 4 or 5 placements in Libra. So I identify this energy is very much in my life. I am very much a wanting everyone to get along, wanting everyone to be harmonious. I work well in groups, though I do mostly prefer to work alone, but I can work in groups, and I have experience working in groups, especially with like nonprofits. I was president of PTO, treasurer of the PTO for many years, and did a lot of that for the kids' schooling. And so I do generally work well in groups, but I do prefer to work alone, which is why I'm an independent contractor. So, and that could be my Scorpio side coming up as well, being contrary. Okay, so Libra, let's go ahead and draw 9 cards with this deck. So we've got the Ace of Wands in reverse, the 5 of Wands in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse, the Empress, Major Arcana, and that is upright, Strength, Major Arcana is upright, and 3 of Wands in reverse. Wow. So of these 6 cards, 2 are Major Arcana, and they are both upright while everything else is in reverse. Let's see what we have down here at this bottom row. So we have the Tower in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, the Hanged One in reverse, Okay, let's see. This is a cool depiction of the tower. You see that man hanging from that branch. His house is built on a tree that is on a cliff and not very sturdy. Okay. I'm going to switch your view so you don't have to see me looking down. All right. I finally think I got my lighting figured out here, and I feel like this is a good setup. I had Dove and Serpent Tarot give me a couple of pointers, and I'm very thankful to you. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, check out Dove and Serpent Tarot. There is a wonderful program there, wonderful tarot readings. And while I'm talking about Dove and Serpent Tarot, I should also shout out to Ula Tea Leaf readings as well, to a great husband and wife team. And Lenore does tea leaf readings as for her channel. And then, of course, Dove and Serpent Tarot reads this tarot readings. Okay. All right, so with this Three of Spheres here, you know, this is not a very hard reading, I guess you could say, to articulate, or I have the idea, but the articulation sometimes is a little bit difficult for me. And I do really would like to, I want to call attention to this Three of Spheres upright and the Empress and Strength upright. Those are your only 3 cards that are upright out of 12. So that's very, very telling here. We do have 4 major arcana though. And like I said, this Three of Spheres has to do with a project, and I feel like you're not really being heard in this project. Collaboration. There is just something where there is some sort of group action going on, and you're kind of taking a back seat. But I don't think that's where you belong. I see this Empress energy and this Strength card right here, right next to one another, backing one another up. And this is telling me that you have the creative, the nurturing capability of really bringing forth your ideas and really bringing forth your part of the project. Like, you have something to say, you have something to contribute. And for whatever reason, you're being a little drowned out. We do have the Five of Wands here, which indicates a quarrel. And because this Five of Wands is in reverse, I do feel like it's not the major thing. I feel like there might have been something in the past, and there was a quarrel, and there's still a little bit of bad feelings, you know, some bad blood about this quarrel. And I don't know if it's the quarrel that is stopping you. And it could be that it's you, that you sort of feel a little apprehensive. Maybe this quarrel was your fault. You feel really bad, you know, whatever. So you have some guilt working there. Or it could be that someone has these ill feelings and they're kind of holding it against you. So they're making it a little bit more difficult for you to fully express yourself, for you to fully bring your ideas out. See, this Five of Wands is flanked by the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. And water and fire are two opposing yet complementary energies to work with. And when those two come together, it creates something new. It creates like it brings the energy into the ether and puts it out there. they come together. There might be, you know, sort of a jolt because the fire is hitting the water, and there's like but it's a jolt, and it's a rapid transformation. And what comes up is the steam, and it comes up into the ether, and so it transforms, and it transforms because of these two, fire and water. So what I'm getting here from this situation going on, and then as related to the Tower, is that this situation hasn't quite played out. It's not quite over. There's a reason why you're being muffled, and it's either something on your end or something on the other party's end. There's just something going on behind the scenes that hasn't quite finished, and it hasn't reached a point where it can be forgotten and moved on. But I do really feel that there is a light in you that needs to be expressed. And not only that, your ideas and the things that you are wanting to bring towards this situation is carrying this Empress energy. It really has a feeling of all-knowing, of taking care, of nurturing, bringing things to life, giving your energy so that something else can bloom and grow from it. We do have the Queen of Cups in reverse, and so I feel like you might be hiding your feelings about this, and I think that is what has you sort of held back, is because you're not fully expressing yourself, you're not fully making your feelings known, and so it's not allowing this Tower to completely break down. It's not allowing the Tower to completely release everything that needs to be released. Let's see. Then we have the King of Swords in reverse, and this king is all about mind, logic, very cerebral thinking, very strategic and planning, and we've got the Three of Wands and the Hanged Man and Strength. And what I'm seeing here is that you know your worth. You know what it is that you can bring to the table. You know your strengths, and you know exactly what you can accomplish. And I feel like your light is just a little dim. Now with the Hanged One being in reverse, oh my goodness. I'm so sorry about that. That was Alexa. She likes to give me the weather, and she just pops up every once in a while. It is very helpful for me, but I think I just need to turn that off, because she just... I just need to ask her, you know, and I don't even know what she said, so I just need to stop that notification. Okay, back to this. So what I think needs to happen here, we have the Hanged One in reverse, and that means that you don't need to look at the situation in a different light. You already kind of know, what is going on, and you know what you have to offer. And what I think needs to happen here is that you've got to, whatever this inner beast is within you, not necessarily let it out per se, but I think you need to work in tandem with this bestial energy. You need to allow this beast to sort of, what's the word, peek his eye out of the window. Let him know, let the people know, let this situation know that you're not going to be trampled over. You're not going to allow them to just bulldoze over you. And there might just be just a little bit of inner work for yourself to understand why you're allowing the situation to play out the way it is. You know, you're letting this situation kind of muffle your brightness, dull your shine a little bit. And I think you're aware of that, but you're in a sense, you're kind of okay with it because you don't want to make waves for whatever reason. And so that's why I'm saying to let your inner beast out just a little bit and make a little bit of a wave. Try to get this squashed over here so that you can bring whatever it is, whatever this not compilation, this collaboration is. You've got to put your energy, your needed energy into this. This is your realm, and you do not need to be silenced because you have ideas. You have some strategic. You have the strategies to get this done. It's just that you're being muffled, and it, like I said, it has something to do with this quarrel that's kind of keeping working behind the scenes to kind of keep everything muffled. So we do need to let this tower fully be expressed, and sometimes that is just a situation of bringing people together and saying, look, I know this happened, I'm sorry, you're sorry, can we move forward and let's make this collaboration the best that it needs to be. And that's what Libra energy does. Libra energy goes in there, figures things out, make sure that everybody's heard, everybody is equal, and brings the harmony back to the situation. So take that energy and work with it. That is you, Libra. That is you. So all right, so now we're going to draw from the Weird Oracle, and we're going to see what extra message we have. This deck does not have a guidebook. However, this deck does have keywords at the bottom of the card. And so we'll be able to see how this relates to the reading. And if it doesn't, I'll just have to see how the image works with this reading and just use my intuition to pull it all together. Sometimes it works better that way when we don't have a set meaning to the card. Okay, Libra. So we got curse, animosity, and predatory. So like I said, I mean, this quarrel here is kind of holding everything back. This quarrel is keeping this collaboration from reaching its fullest potential. And I think you're going to have to take this situation by the reins and, guide it out of this dark wood that you guys are in. So, what a pretty card. Let me show you. Look at this. So there's all these faces in her skirt, and then I just love her hand, that claw, just beautiful. So, all right, Libra, that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for spending time with me here and allowing me to read this energy for you. If you want to support the channel, of course, like the video, subscribe, watch the videos all the way through the end, and share them. That really will help the channel. And I thank you for being here and being part of this community. So I will see you next reading. Take care.